felt like it was so far. That was a Chinese problem. Then sometimes in February, was it in February or March? Hey, this thing is here with us. We started thinking maybe it is for the rich. Yeah, those with money. It's not for some of us who are still down here. I closed for 1 week. Then I ran out of my savings. I said, no, I have to go to work. The first day I opened the shop, I was having gloves on my hands. And a mask. And yeah, it was a bit scary. So the first time, it was December 2019 when we started hearing about Corona in China. Yes. Yeah. So it felt like it was so far. That was a Chinese problem. Then sometimes in February, was it in February or March? Hey, this thing is here with us. It was so scary. But then the most scary part was when the president was on the television and telling us the measures the government is taking to lockdowns here, the schools are closing. And I remember I stayed home for 1 week. I'm not going to work. Yeah. My business was closed. Corona has come. At that time I was running a restaurant. And that was the only source of my income. I closed for 1 week. Then I ran out of my savings. I said, no, I have to go to work. The first day I opened the shop, I was having gloves on my hands. And a mask. And yeah, it was a bit scary, in short. But then sometimes you feel like, this disease is for rich people. We used to hear, one big person is down, another one is down. Then we came and we started thinking maybe it is for the rich, those with money. It's not for some of us who are still down here. Then one day, along the way, I went for my normal, my routine checkup. And after 1 week, I received a call from I think Kenyatta National Hospital, that you may have gotten into contact with somebody who has been diagnosed to be positive. That's how I found myself positive. Yeah. From my doctor. Mine was mild. At the point I was called, there was nothing to show that I was positive. So, isolation, they used to say you have to be taken for isolation, and that's how I landed at Kenyatta University. But then when I was there, that's when those symptoms like cold, coughing, started coming up. Yeah. And I thank God I was treated and I came out well. For me, I paid, but not the entire amount. I paid around 50%, and I think maybe they offset, the other 50% was offset by the government. I was given a bill, almost 100,000, and at that point I was being told that the other half has been paid, so you pay this. I cannot remember whether it was for accommodation but there was accommodation, including at the point when we were being isolated. Everything was included there, including medicine. I remember one doctor telling me that we don't have medicine for this thing, but what we are giving you is just for trial. It may work, it may not work, but we hope it works. Yes. You feel confused and depressed. But I have learned to live with some of these things, adversities. I call them adversities. And you take things the way they come. because sometimes those circumstances cannot change. But I felt a little bit confused, given that I had a pre-existing condition. Will I survive this? Will I go down with it? Yeah, but I thank God I got away from it. So I wanted to write a book to tell my story, and I did write. It was being written in stages, pieces. So at one point I said, this one is enough. I look for somebody who can look at it and see if it can be published. So I talked to a distant relative, gave him the transcript. Unfortunately, the transcript got lost until today. So I went back to the drawing board. What happened is that immediately I gave him the transcript. He told me that he'll go through it and give me the feedback. He never did, and he never brought back my transcript. So I started again from zero. I didn't have a copy. You know, something you are doing for the first time. I didn't have a copy with myself, so I had to start from zero. Then that one again I wrote. I gave it to another person to read and go through and see if it can be published. This other person went with my transcript to America. He's never given it back again, but this time round I ensured that I had a copy with me. Yeah, so it is a project which is in the pipeline, and I'm believing that one day it is a dream which will come to pass. The book is about, as I said earlier, it's about my story, where I was born, the experiences of life as a child in the village, the primary school education, high school education, university life, the work life, the challenges I went through from the time I got married to the time I started having health issues, and advices about HIV and how to deal with it, those who have HIV, those who don't have, how we can go about it. It has a chapter on cancer. That's where it has reached, though that's not the end. Yeah. So if there's somebody there, outside there, who can help me publish this book, I will really appreciate. I believe it is a good project. It can educate others outside there.